Welcome, Wind Pen and Wind Believers and new Wind Believers, old Wind Believers, all the people. I'm Renee Baribeau and I'm the Practical Shaman. And I'm here with you today in front of the fountain because part of today's closing celebration for the I AM Symposium, the winter solstice, is we're going to go with Hulda on a journey. And for those of you who are watching this, what I'll do is I will then separate out the journey so that there'll be two videos, the closing message and then the journey meditation, so that you can have it for your library and go on this journey annually or whenever you need a really deep cleansing. And we'll get to Hulda, who goes by so many names. Many of the mother goddesses are winds, and they kind of got lost along the way. I want to let you know, if you're watching, I can't see who's here because I'm sitting here by the fountain where I was instructed to be today. and if you notice, my voice is gone. Somehow during the symposium I've had a cold a couple of times, and it's a lot of space we held. Before we get to the meditation, I wanted to say some thank yous. My heart is so full at the amount of people who held space for this event, whether it be noticeably on the Wind Clan wall. Friends have told me, oh yeah, I lit a candle every single day, never mentioned it, and other people who have had their own experiences during this holding space. I am going to mention the fire tenders by name because I've entered everybody who commented on the wall yesterday that they held space for this journey into a drawing for a Wind Workers Toolkit. And if you already have a Wind Workers Toolkit, you can give it away to a friend. And it goes all the way to Finland, per se. There'll be more wind whistlers in Finland. So with that, I'm going to announce the people's names, just so that we can all hold them sacred for taking time during their holy day, and holding space for everybody else. And what that everybody else looked like was there was close to 2,000 people registered for the symposium. I added up the views yesterday. We were well about 21,000 views of all the videos and all the audios, and that's a lot of space to hold. And I certainly couldn't have done it alone because look I get a cold. So let's all close your eyes and bless these Wind Believer fire tenders. We have Merja and Susan, Marissa, Lynn, Karen, Jenny, Margie, Laura, Lisa, Thera, Leon, Stephanie, Rebecca, Lahona, Diane, Sharon, Carla, Pratima, Patty, Wendy, Becky, Elizabeth, Claudia, Audrey, Stuart, Heather, Inez, Suzanne, Rhonda, Offie, Jay Booth, Jackie, Jerry, Ruth, Aaron, Julie, Florencia, Darcy, Sue, Hummingbird, Deva, Kitty, Deborah, another Deborah, And I'm sure there's countless other people who will be watching this at some point who also kept the fire. And we want to thank you. And Hulda is thrilled with the work that you did. Because Hulda, the Teutonic wind goddess, and she goes by many other costumes as well, loves and gives rewards for hard work. And she's not so happy with the people who sloth and are lazy. They get their rewards too, but they're not in the favor of blessings. Also, there was 25 speakers who came together to make this symposium possible. This symposium is the launch of Winds of Spirit, the new Hay House book I have coming out that's actually 30 days away today. And that doesn't mean you can't pre-order it. And if you pre-order it, you get to read chapter 1 right straight away. So go online today and go to thepracticalshaman.com and you can get it ordered. So the speakers I'd like to thank is Deborah Koff-Chapin, Kathleen McKinley, Jessica Baller, Stephanie Gunning, Josie Herndon, Lori Lothian, Lisa Weichel, Dr. Sharon Stroud, Reverend T.J. Woodward, Kimra Luna, Jackie Ruka, Linda Fitch, Amy Moscow, Kelly Sutliff, Lucia Kroll, Lauren Constein, Meg Beeler, Eastok Berry, Sandra Ingerman, Robert Pease, Christine Egan Walsh, Jody Levy, Davina Kudlewski, Hank Wesselman, and we're wrapping up today with myself and Hulda. I was going to end with an interview, and then I figured you probably got to know me pretty well during these last few days, and it's really important for you to understand that these winds of spirit are yours. They're not mine. Yes, did I sit down? Was I good for working? Did I write them down? Yes, but they've been waiting for thousands of years to come out right now and help you share in this experience of this great transformation the world is under. And during the process, I've had many, many, many blessings, like 3 or 4 new meditations that have been totally inspired, including the one that we're going to do today. I'm going to put my lozenge in so I don't start coughing. I would like to remind you that the videos are online. The videos are online for you to enjoy, to share. Go to YouTube and share them from the winter solstice and share them widely, because these messages, although we did them over the course of these 7 days of these holy days, they're pertinent. They're pertinent for today, they're pertinent for the year, they're pertinent. And continue to share them. If you should order the book today and send your receipt over with the instructions on the website, you can also have access to the audio version of them all on my new Wednesday with Renee podcast. Did you love this work? Do you love this work as much as I do? I'd like to see some hearts right now. If you love the wind work and you think that it's relevant in your life, let's get this message out there. Let's share the book. Let's write reviews. Let's do all of those things that we can. Join the Wind Clan. Like I said, buy the Winds of Spirit book. Okay, here they come. I want hearts and laughter, okay? Before we get to the meditation part and the closing ceremony, I have 17 candles burning here, and they're going to continue to burn by the fountain long after we finish here today. But these are the closing. Good, someone laughed at me. Love that. I wanted to mention about the upcoming workshops this year. For those of you who want to go deeper with wind work, if your pocketbook's a little strapped, well, let's start out with a free gratitude challenge. It's a 30-day gratitude challenge that's beginning next week. You'll get an email about it so you can sign up, because we're not going to just send people 30 days more worth of messages unless you sign up and say, hey, I want more joy in my life. There's the online spring Plant Your Seed 5-week workshop. Now, this is if you want to become a wind clan carrier and you want to start to organize your own wind clan gatherings, it's requested that you study this work for at least a whole cycle. And several people started in the fall, but many more people can join in the spring. The spring workshop begins in April, and I think it's the 16th. Don't hold me to that. Heather, is it the 16th? Put it in the comment box, because she has children she had to plan. The Omega 5-day intensive begins August 27th. That is going to be in New York, Omega Institute. If you haven't been there, it's where I started my journey. So it feels for me like I'm coming full circle in my own cycle, and I hope that you all join us there. There's going to be one more in-person workshop that's being planned now, and then I'm going to put this out here. The book's coming out in a month, February 6th, Winds of Spirit. You can host me in your town. And what does that mean? Well, I'm not quite sure. But if you're interested in putting together a group of 10 to 20 people, 10 to 50 people, email me, private message me, and let's talk about what the logistics of that would look like. All right, that's the sales pitch, that's the other part, that's the thank you, that's the gratitude that's in my heart. I wanted to talk to you today about Frau Hulda. She goes by the name of Hulda, Hirsch. And what that translates to, it's a Teutonic, Germanic, but across the northern continents, there was a lot of cross-pollination of the winds, might you say. When I started the wind work, what happened naturally was that I started to place these winds, and I noticed that they were following the migratory route of human evolution. The next series, and most of these winds are the northern hemisphere winds. I suspect as I approach the next 32 winds, we're going to be looking more at the southern hemisphere winds, and the later developed winds as we migrated out further. And also, I've been told twice this week, another gift, that there's some galactic winds that I haven't hit on yet. And, I've always kind of been tenuous about that area, but okay, all right, I go willingly with these winds. And maybe that's what this is about today. And when I did the fire ceremony last week, I actually merged with the fire, with the wind, and was taken out to the galaxy to where we're going to be actually journeying today. And we're going to go with Hulda because Hulda's part of the huntsman. I don't have all my technical notes here, sorry. And she was responsible for taking unbaptized souls back to the Milky Way. Now that's the Christian version of it. What we're going to be working with Hulda today is we're going to actually take our unbaptized, hi Sami, Sami's here, our unchristened ideas that I'm calling lost opportunities. Those ideas that we never that we never brought into form, that we've been carrying with us like luggage all of our lives. An example, when I was in my early 20s, I was still pretty active in my addiction, and I was quite a talented chef. I still am a talented chef, but back then, when one gets trained, the people from the French Institute and the French concierge or whatever it was suggested that I go to France to dot my I's and cross my T's. And at the time, I couldn't get out of my own way to do that. So I carried that piece of luggage around with me for all of these years that, if I'd only done that, I'd be a famous chef. And we all do that. We all have those missed opportunities, those lost parts of our soul that we didn't necessarily, and they might not have even been right for this lifetime, but we carry them around like something we missed out on. In this meditation, it would be really great for you to identify one. I mean, we all have one, we all have many. They're kind of our war stories. When you hear the old men going back and talking about when I was in World War II, it's a war story. And what we're going to do is we're going to take those war stories, those unfinished business, those unrealized dreams, those unchristened ideas, and we're going to write them into the air. Are you with me? And then Hulda is going to also carries her wind in a sack, and she's going to help us collect those ideas up from all of the people who are participating, and we're going to put them into her sack, and we're going to take them either in her wooden cart, or if you feel like being a little witchy today, you can ride on your broom. We're going to take these ideas out, and then we're going to, look at the purple light that's over my head. Can anyone see that? Or is it just me? And the winds are here. Wow. We're going to take those ideas and we're going to carry them out to the Milky Way, where we're going to let them go into the universal flow of consciousness, because maybe this idea is somebody else's idea waiting to be reborn. We just don't know. Maybe it's going to be returned to you in a whole new way. And Hulda's absolutely, extremely happy for all the fire tenders. And she said, since you've held, look at it now. This is awesome. I'm just going to cry. She's so excited about the work that you've done as fire tenders that she's giving each of you a gift. And everybody else who's listening is going to get a gift too. But the fire tenders are actually going to get a special gift in addition to the gifts that everyone else is going to get. She said, thank you for holding space for these midwinter winds during the holidays. And then as we head home, we're going to go, and in Germany, Hulda is said to live at a spring, a pond, a well. And when people want to give birth to a new idea, they go to this well, and they are christened. That's a Christian kind of a term. They're blessed. They're given the blessings for whatever new enterprise that they want to create. And we're going to go there, we're going to go there, and then you're going to be free from whatever that idea that didn't work out, and you're going to be free to receive in this fountain a new idea. Okay? And I'm going through this, step by step now, and I'll just remind you as I wind whistle and call to Hulda, but I want you to get an overview of where we're going and what we're doing. And when, let's see, there's a little surprise along the way on this journey, and she's just giving you a little test, so let's see how you respond. And then you're going to come in and you're going to be renewed. If there's a health issue, you're going to ask for this renewal in this water today. And then the final thing that I'm going to remind you to do now is that when we're done, you're being requested, and this is a gift that my friend Anka has taught me, that you fill this glass up with water and leave it by your front door for 3 nights. And after the 3rd night, take it as far away as comfortably from your front door. I go out to the field behind me and dump that water. Okay? Because all during this whole solstice, I've had a glass of water out by the fire. So for those thirsty spirits that are looking to quench their thirst, you put the glass of water out and they'll drink from there instead of drinking from your health and well-being. I probably should have had a bucket of water out the way I sound. But that said, the light is here with us. The light has returned, and we're getting ready to do that meditation. I could ask you if there's any questions, but I can't see them, so I'll have to come back later and answer them. Is everyone ready? Okay, show me your hearts if you're ready for the meditation. And I'm going to adjust the camera because we've learned during this process that the wind whistling goes way better when I stand up. So this will be a wind whistling meditation. And you hear the dog barking over there? Let me tell you, Hulda travels with dogs. Hulda travels with animals. So if you see any wolves or dogs in any form, cats along on our journey to the Milky Way, make sure that you don't shush them away. Bring them with us. Who knows whose baggage that they're carrying. Are we ready? Okay, we're going to move into the closing ceremony, and you've got all of your instructions. I will send them in writing as well, so you can repeat this. And again, pay fully attention to the wind whistling and just go with this. You can repeat it later, but I'd like everyone to be present for this journey, because remember, where two or more are gathered, there is strength. And we have a lot of strength in this group, and I'm honored to be here offering these wind blessings today. All right, hold on as we move into this next space. Planes are here. I guess they're revving up our wind brooms. Again, I'm reminded to tell you that if you're not used to ceremony being in the middle of noise, that we live in a very noisy world. Even if you were to go up to the pond in Mesner in Germany, there's likelihood that the wind and the noise is going to find you. Even when you go up to Salcantay, and you think that you're in the remotest part of the world, all of a sudden an airplane will fly by. So I think these airplanes are reminding us today that we have the power we need to fly to the Milky Way today. Let's begin. I invite you to get yourself really comfortable for this journey. Lie prone, stand, sit, with your spine erect. Because remember, we're doing wind work. And wind work is about our breath and connecting that breath to everything else in the world. We're going to begin by taking 3 wind breaths in and out. And as you breathe the wind in today, remember that this is opening a portal, opening a doorway into ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom that has been hidden in the caves of time for thousands of years. And we now have access to that. So bring that first wind breath in, and bring it all the way down to your root chakra. And then you're going to breathe it out through the roots of your feet all the way back into the center of the earth, the center of those caves. And on the second wind breath in, we're going to invite in all the winds of spirit that have been working with us over the last 17 days. All the inspired messages, all of the lineages from the teachers who have been here to share with you. Invite that as it feels right into your space through the crown of your chakra, and connect it with that root chakra that's going deep into the earth. And on your third breath, bring it in through the crown and out through your out through your womb area, your root chakra, and bring it back in like a torus, like a donut, like that it's enveloping you into a safe bubble as we do this travel. And thank the winds for coming. They're here. And if your eyes aren't already closed, please close your eyes. And in your mind's eye, visualize yourself taking a broom and sweeping the space around you. To see yourself sweeping, clearing off any of the debris, any of the energy that's not coming with us on this journey. And once your space feels swept, and remember, we've stepped out of ordinary time. These things take a lot less time. There's an orb in the video. These winds are here to cart us on this journey. Blessings. Next, think about that thing that got away in your life, the person, the idea, the book you didn't write, the cooking class you didn't take in France. And then imagine yourself, actually you can do this in the air, write that down in the air. For me, it was I chose money over more training. And Hulda's right here. She's opening up her sack. And she's wind sweeping them in, all of these missed opportunities, into this sack. She's coming and she's collecting them up. Feel this going right into the sack. And then she's tying it tight. And it's heavy. I remember one time the Caro, they were throwing our heaviness into the lagoon. It's kind of what we're doing today. But we're going to take this heaviness and throw it into her wagon. It's really heavy. I don't know if any of you can really carry this weight on your brooms. And then with her dogs and the wind, we're going to go on that journey now. We're heading towards the Milky Way. We're going up out of the Earth's atmosphere, or out of this first atmosphere. See yourself flying over the mountaintops, into the stars. Feel the solar winds at your back. We're heading out into the galaxy. And as we head towards the galaxy, there's boards that are starting to fall from the wagon. What are you going to do? How are you going to respond? We don't want that sack of heaviness to fall off the wagon. So together we're going to come together as a group. How are you holding space here? How beautiful that the group comes together and holds the space around the wagon, and it magically can come back together. We continue out towards our journey. And with the group strength, we can take that heavy sack of things we never completed, all of these unbirthed ideas, and we're going to throw it into this, it looks like a big space to me, that can re-enter it and re-mulch it back into the ideas and the creative soup. Together on the count of 3, let's toss it into there. And this is our 3rd one, so let's toss it over. And as a group, let's seal that space and time. So this can all be reabsorbed back into creation, back into the cosmic ability to recreate. You should be feeling lighter maybe. And now we're going to head back to the central place in Germany where Hulda keeps her pond. Frau Hulda's pond. So we're going to go back the same way we came. You're going to slide down this light that's been created for you, right into the pond. In the waters, are they frigid cold for you? Are they warm? Are they washing over you? And ask for this new gift. Ask that this new gift be presented to you as when you're done clearing, that you step out onto the shore and you're gifted something new. In each of the fire tenders, Hulda would like to gift you a gold scepter for your strength and willingness to hold space, to not do, to just be and hold space for these thousands of other people over this past 2 weeks. So in addition to whatever other gift you get, imagine that you're getting a gold scepter to put on your altar. she's blowing this gift right into your hearts. And when you're ready, come back into the space and time that we call now. Feel your completeness. Feel the love. Feel the strength of this amazing group. And blessings. And before we leave, I'm going to see who gets the new Wind Whistler's Toolkit. Huh. So the Wind Whistler's Toolkit actually goes to somebody who I sat down the other day with that I didn't even know was holding the fire and in this group, who lives locally. Her name is Rhonda. And Rhonda, you're the new proud owner of a Wind Whistler's Toolkit. I'll deliver it to you this week at Crystal Fantasy, where if you do live locally, I'm going to be having a book party on February 6th. That's the first of many. And again, I'm so honored to take you on this journey with Hulda. I look forward to seeing your feedback in the comments. And as always, and the Wind Clan members know this, who've done work with me, this was a sacred gift. Hulda, one of her attributes is secrecy. And that's not about keeping secrets, it's about sacred secrecy. So often we want to run home and tell everyone about the big gifts we just got. Well, no. When you've been given a gift of a gold scepter or some other thing that as you come out of that Hulda's pond, it's a gift to you that you cherish and you hold sacred until you've processed it, and then you share it. So that might be a day, that might be 2 days, that might be 2 weeks. Only you know. But that's a lesson from Hulda for us today, to hold these gifts sacred. They're gifts. I want to thank you for being part of this online I Am Winter Solstice Symposium. It was like nothing that I've ever experienced. And many people have told me that. You just make my heart sing.